party cruise ship carrying naval officers and their families suddenly exploded violently, killing over 500 passengers instantly. Doug, an agent with the Explosives Management Bureau, proposed teleporting himself back in time to avert the disaster. As the machine's roar intensified, Doug's consciousness and body were gradually torn apart by the fabric of space-time. Just like the paper during his last transmission, this transfer drained the entire city's power supply. When Doug awoke, he found himself in a hospital, surveying the authentic surroundings. He knew his time travel had succeeded. Without pausing to think, he slipped out of the ward and forcibly commandeered an ambulance downstairs. Based on the timeline, the killer should be at the factory in the outskirts right now. Just as Doug had suspected, Ostad had already brought Claire there. He intended to burn her alive immediately using IU, but the struggling Claire scratched his face. Seeing the blood under her fingernails, Ostad had no choice but to use scissors to wipe it away. At that critical moment, Doug crashed the ambulance into the building. Ostad, seeing this, lashed out wildly in retaliation, accidentally striking Doug's shoulder in the chaos. Realizing the situation was dire, Ostad detonated a nearby gas tank. Instantly, flames engulfed all the surrounding buildings. Quick-thinking Doug wasted no time, dragging the woman to safety at the critical moment. Though Claire was rescued, the crisis was far from over. According to Ostad's modus operandi, the bomb was set to detonate in 3 hours. On the way back, Doug explained the entire situation to Claire, but she could only half believe him. Doug wanted to head to the docks to stop Ostad, but his shoulder was badly injured. With no other choice, he got out of the car early and made his way to Claire's house to tend to his wound. Stepping into the room, Doug, who had been here before, moved with familiarity. He skillfully retrieved alcohol from the cabinet and asked Claire to find a change of clothes. While Claire fetched clothes, Doug noticed the jumbled letters on the fridge. Instinctively, he rearranged them to read, "You can help her," a reminder for this timeline's Doug to assist Claire. As he discarded the blood-stained clothes, Doug realized a crucial truth. The blood found at Claire's house that day was his own. This explained the abundance of fingerprints. This meant that if he failed, this timeline's Doug would come here, put on gloves, investigate, join the task force, and then travel back 4 days to prevent the explosion. Similarly, if O'Sullivan wasn't stopped, countless Dougs would cycle through countless timelines. Doug's resolve strengthened. Just then, Claire entered, gun in hand. Seeing how familiar Doug was with her home, she suspected him of being a criminal. Doug identified himself as an agent from the Bureau of Explosives and provided his office phone number. Following his instructions, Claire immediately called to verify, asking if the Bureau employed someone named Doug. Upon receiving confirmation, Claire finally relaxed. It suddenly dawned on Doug. This was the context behind Claire's original phone call to him. With Claire's trust secured, the pair headed to the Algiers dock. Their plan was clear. Claire would alert the police and follow up, while Doug would infiltrate the cruise ship to defuse the bomb. Upon arriving at the dock, Doug spotted Ostad hurriedly leaving the ship, evidence that the bomb had already been planted. The operation proceeded smoothly as they split up to execute their tasks, but disaster struck at a critical moment.